Welcome back to another episode of Plymouth Public Library's Homeschool with the Library. I am your host, Miss Liz, and this month we are going to be going on some space explorations. Today I have some books out that are from the library. You're welcome to check them out. We have many more, so come into the library and check out some books. Before we decide to visit some space and learn about things, we kind of need a rocket to get into outer space. So this week in your packets you had a mock rocket, a rocket that you can build, and it's called the Baby Bertha. And what we're going to do is go ahead and build this rocket together. Then we're going to launch a rocket, and then you can take your rocket and launch it. There are some supplies you're going to need before we do this. The library has provided you with this. And the other thing you're going to need from home is a ruler, a pencil, a sharp tool to make a slit, some sandpaper, or this is a sanding block, a pair of scissors, some tape, glue, different kinds of glues are fine, and I just got a regular can of spray paint because I want to decorate it, but you don't have to use spray paint, you can use whatever you want. We're going to go ahead and take out this. The other things you're going to need from your home, well, you're going to have to order, is the rocket engines. The engine to make it shoot up into space or the sky. And you can get those online. You can get it on the website here of the estesrockets.com if you want, or you can look, Hobby Lobby has them. Anyway, and you need to make sure that you get the correct size, and it's listed on the front of the package. So on your paper, take that with you to Hobby Lobby or to order it online and make sure that you get the correct size rockets so your rocket can go as far as it can go. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take out what's in the package. I'm going to pull this out. I already opened it up, and the instructions. You're going to need this because it's good to follow along. Here is the tube. It's kind of like a paper towel tube, waxed, and looks like an egg. It's the top there. The wing, right here, these four, they're on a cardboard. I punched them out already. There's 4 of those. And you have the parachute pack. You need your parachute. We have an engine hook, a metal engine hook that is actually located in a bag with your parachute. We have a shock cord. It's like a rubber band. You want to keep that. We have this launch lug. It's like a little straw, looks like a straw. You don't want to lose that. Okay, so we have all these things. This is the engine mount tube, and then there's some, I punched them out already and started messing around with it before you did. So we have the ring, couple rings. Don't lose any of these pieces. Okay, but if you do, message me and we can figure out something else to use, or we can try to get you something else. So anyway, you want to set all your stuff out, and then we can work together to put this rocket together. All right. Okay, so now we've laid out everything out, punched everything out that we needed to, and we're ready to go. What you're going to do is open up your instructions and follow along with me. And we're going to go ahead and take a ruler, and I have already marked these out while we're waiting, but just so you know, you want to take your pencil and put this aside. Sorry, keep these, I don't want these in the way. And you want to get your engine, this little blue tube, and we're going to mark what it says is a 1/2 inch 1¼ inch, and then 2½ inches off. So what you're going to do is I just laid it on the marker, on the ruler here, and and you want to try not to press hard so you don't mess the shape up of it, okay? So you just want to mark 1/2 inch. I'm sure Mom or Dad can help you know where 1/2 inch is. Here's 1 inch. It's just on your little rulers, 1/2 inch. And so you're going to mark that on your tube. And then you want to go to 1¼ inch. So that's 1 1/4 inch. Mark that. And then 2½ inches, which is almost to the end. So you want to mark that spot, okay? And then you can put your ruler aside, and you can have Mom or Dad help you with this part, but I'm just gonna take, and we're gonna mark a little slit. We're gonna make a little slit in here, and it's just, actually says it's 1/8 inch. So basically the size right here, because that's gonna set inside there. So you have to make a little slit to open that up for it. So just slowly make a little. There we go. And I'll just try the size to make sure that it fits in there. Like that. Okay. So that's in there. And then we're going to take some glue. So take whatever glue you have, super glue, Elmer's glue. We have a little Gorilla Glue is what we're going to try today. We're going to make a ring around it, okay? So we can wait for that glue to come down to the end there. Squeeze a little bit on there. There we go. That's a lot of glue. It won't hurt it. All the way around. That's just so we can put this Mylar ring, which is kind of like a clear plastic looking ring. We're going to slide that onto this. It's a little tight. It should be snug. Okay, you're going to there we go. That, and let that dry some. Okay. And now we're going to take this, the green tube-looking things, the green engine block, okay, and that you're going to glue inside the end, not the end with this where the igniter is going to go into. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue around the inside of this. You can do that with me. Okay. Then you're going to slide the green engine block inside. Kind of keep it straight. I think I might have bent my tube a little bit, but it'll be okay. There we go. Move it around there. We'll let that dry. Okay. Now, we have these centering rings, and there's 2 of them. Okay. I'm going to put that at the end. The centering rings, the one with the notch out of it will go on this end, and the one without a notch goes on this end. So we're just I'm going to slide that on there, and then I'm going to put some glue on it though. Okay, it says to glue that, and then the notch side goes on this. Mine's going to have a lot of glue on it. I wonder if yours will. because it's kind of messy for me. There we go. I'm going to put a little glue on this end too, it says, so. That way it holds better. And you know, just take your time building this. You're just making the outside of the rocket. You're just making the fun part. You can design it when it's all done, and you can reuse this rocket. This isn't like a one-time rocket where you get to see it fly and then not get to see it again. So just take your time, enjoy building it. There we go. Okay, now we're going to move this aside and let that dry. Now, we're going to take, we're going to sand both sides, it says. So we're going to take, I just brought a little sanding block, a fine sandpaper, it says. This is where we're going to attach it to, this is where we're going to attach it to this part of it, okay? So I'm just gonna do it like this. Just make it rough a little bit. Okay. So that's enough, I'm sure. Now, we're going to go ahead and take, once this is dried, we're going to go ahead and put your tube, your engine, and we're going to put it in our tube here, okay? You don't want to put it upside down. This needs to stick out on the bottom end, okay? And of course, you'll want to let it dry before you do it. I'm just trying to move along with you so we can there we go. And then that way there, and push that in there. So okay, there's that. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put on our, we're going to go ahead and put these on. But before you do that, your instruction paper, you're going to cut out, if you open it to this side, you're going to take scissors and you're going to cut out this square. And what you do is you line this up, you wrap it around, okay, so you can get the markings where they need to be. So basically these are going to be in the right location. Okay, 90-degree angles it said. So the best way to do this is to actually, they said, put it on a door frame. So you set it up against your door frame, like a door frame or a corner or something. And what I did was I did that, and then I made a little mark. I made the mark, and then I made a mark, then I took it off, and then I took the mark there and I ran my pencil along it just so it was a straight line. And I used it up against a door frame. Did make it easy to do that. Okay, so then we kind of know where to put these. Now when you put these on, you want to make it, so it says here to put glue on, let it sit for a minute. And you want to put it on the end where you're going to put your engine in, because you don't want to put it not where the engine's going to come out. You don't want to do it upside down. Okay, and it says to let it sit, the glue sit for a minute or so, and then you're gonna apply it. You're gonna stick it together. And just press it so it dries. Just make sure that it's lined up on the line here. Okay? So and I'm going to set it here so it doesn't roll over. And then these, I'm just going to make sure that when you put it on there, they're down so you can kind of set the engine so it's sitting up like this. You know? Oops, it'll fall. You'll have to hold it. So if you have someone helping you, they can hold it while you do the rest of it. You know, so we'll just let it sit here for a minute. And we'll get these glued here. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let this sit and let this dry for a minute, and then we'll come right back. Okay, so we've attached these and we're still letting them dry. I would maybe recommend doing hot glue and then putting on like a super glue or the Gorilla Glue, and then let it dry so it stays better. Took a while for us to hold that and try to get it to stay, but we resorted to Elmer's all-purpose glue, and that seemed to do better than the Gorilla Glue that we had. So right now I went ahead, this piece of paper that had the markings of where we were going to put the fins and stuff. Anyways, you're going to cut out the 1, 2, 3 section, okay? And so this is an easy, fun part. So what you're going to do is take your shock cord, okay? We're on this page here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the top of page 3. And we're going to attach an end of the shock cord. You're going to lay it down to the number 2 here. We're going to add glue, and we're just going to glue it down. Okay, I'm going to use the Elmer's here, so I'm going to put some glue on number 2, it says. And we'll put this stretchy rubber band. And we're going to push down. And I don't mind getting messy. Anyway, I'm sure you don't either. And then we're going to put some glue on the number 3 spot right here. We're going to fold it over again. And then it says to squeeze it. And squeeze it so it stays. So the rubber band's kind of folded in there a little bit. The rubber band, it's the shock cord. Very nice long rubber band, so. Anyway, so we're going to continue to hold that. You're going to actually glue this into the top part of your rocket, about 1.5 inches up inside there, okay? But I'm not going to do that yet because I'm afraid the fins are going to fall off. And I speak from experience. So I'm going to wait to do that. But I'm going to let this sit and dry, okay? And attach the other end to the top portion of it's the nose cone. It's called the nose cone. So we're going to just tie that on there. Okay. And then we're going to attach the parachute to it, okay? So, which we can keep knotting that so it doesn't come apart. But you're going to take the parachute. Okay, watch your launch spot spot thing there. That's what's going to hold on to the outside of your rocket. Okay, we're going to pull the parachute here. Okay. And we're going to tie that onto, and slide it inside here and tie that on. Because this is going to stuck to the glue. Well, the Gorilla Glue works there. We're going to stuff it into the nose of the, and then the nose cone will slide down inside there and hold it in. So when it launches, it comes apart, and then it's, okay, so we got that looped through there. Okay. Make sure you have all 3 of those. It's attached, or I think I have 3 main ones, 6 spots. I'm just gonna loop that through so it doesn't come off during flight. Okay, I'm gonna check this. Okay, so the parachute is secured in here. Then we're going to put this inside it goes up inside here after you've glued this. So you can put a little glue on there. I'm just afraid my fins are going to fall off, and I don't want that to happen. It makes me nervous. About 1.5 inches up inside there. You can get a ruler and put that up there so you know how far up you need to glue this. That up inside there. Okay. Don't glue it way down here, okay? Make sure that you glue it in there. Now I'm going to leave this sit and dry so what you're going to do is push all this inside there and then seal it with your nose cone, okay? But I don't want to do that yet because I want it to dry. And I don't want the parachute glued inside there. This here is the launch lug. And it goes on the LL line that you drew from there. You had 4 F fin lines, and now we want the other line, which you'll attach, and that's where, when you slide it into the launch pad, the rod that comes up out, that's what this slides on. When you do the rocket, you'll see when we get ready to launch how to do that. Okay, and then it sits on the launch pad, and then you fire it away. So in any more information on that, we can get you more information. But I'm going to let mine dry for a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of information while we let that dry, if you don't mind, about some cool things that's happening in December in space. All right, while we're waiting for everything to dry, and you're putting your stuff together, I thought I'll share a little bit of information about what's going on in outer space right now. Anyway, I went on www.spaceplace.nasa.gov and I looked up some things, and you're welcome to. They have an art challenge that they're offering you to do because their James Webb telescope is going to be launched in October. They are asking you to draw art of what you think, a nebula, a new nebula, or new galaxy, or whatever that this telescope possibly could see. They want you to think about what you think it would be. And you go ahead and submit your artwork on that website if you're interested. I wanted to let you know about that. So some of the things that's happening in the month of December is supposedly we're supposed to be able to see the northern lights, and that's happening right now. I don't know if anyone has got a chance to go see it. It has to be a dark night, clear, but you might be able to see a little bit of the light. If not, you can go to live feeds of it on the internet and see what people are showing about these northern lights. they're really kind of cool and everything. And you can look at different countries where they have live footage of this. Anyway, the next NASA launch will be February 18th, 2021, and so keep an eye out in February to see about any rocket launches going out in February. And, Jupiter and Saturn are supposed to align with so close, as close as it's ever been since the Middle Ages. This is your opportunity to see it. It's called the Great Conjunction, and if you are a fan of the film The Dark Crystal, you might be like, yay, Gelfling. But they will not be putting a shard of the Dark Crystal together for this conjunction. But keep an eye on, see if you can spot that in the sky. And, if you do miss it, don't worry, because you can see it again in 2080. They believe. So before we get ready to see what's going on else in the world, we have a phone call. Hello? Hey, hi Nick. How are you? Hi Renee. It's Nick and Renee. Yeah. Oh, that is so exciting! You did? Oh, I'm so glad. They got one of these from the library, and they have put it together, and they're getting ready to launch it right now. Okay, I will send them your way. Thanks a lot. Okay, see you soon. Bye. All right, Nick and Renee are ready to launch this. They have put together this with their family and their kids. You know them from the Homeschool group. They have made theirs. So we're going to go ahead and let Nick take it away and show you his rocket.
Hi, my name is Nick. Here to explain a couple things about our rocket that we're going to be launching. We have a couple things here that are provided. You guys have the Big Bertha rocket. This is all the stuff that comes with it. A few things don't come with it that you're going to need. Let me get that. Yeah. These come in a pack, and I will show you guys how to put it together. These are the rocket engines. You can get them off Amazon or Hobby Lobby, as well as the launch platform, which comes with a launcher button, called a launcher button, because it's fun, and we're going to count down when we launch it. It's like Apollo. All right, and then you're also going to need some rocket wadding so that you don't blow your rocket up. You can use cabbage if you have to. Just don't put anything flammable inside of it, like toilet paper or newspaper, or your rocket will catch on fire. Then you won't have a rocket anymore, which is no fun.
The ground will be bold.
All right, so here is the rocket engine. You're going to need a couple of things. The rocket engine itself usually comes with, this is the little primer that will ignite inside the rocket engine, and then these little caps, they usually come as a pack. You get the rocket engine, these little primer blasting cap thingies, and then the little thing that you stick in there so it doesn't fall out. You're going to want to put it into the rocket this way so that the fire shoots downward, because if you shoot it into your rocket explodes. So that works. Alright, then you're going to have to take a good sized hunk of cabbage, squish it up. And put it in. The engine is going to ignite the fuel from the bottom first and work its way up, and then when it's done, it'll shoot some hot gas up this way, and it will push against the cabbage, which will push against the parachute, which will push against the cap, and then it'll pop out and float gently down or fly across the sky if you have a lot of wind.
Which we have right now.
Which we have right now. Take the parachute, put it in.
Dad, you forgot one part. The cap. And the CD.
Like so.
That's not CD. Yeah.
Technical difficulties. Cold fingers.
You got it.
Oh, get it!
Got
Wanna
into
feel
a
you-
cabin.
Oh, Lord.
You like saying toilet.
So you guys excited?
Yeah.
To see it? How far in the sky do you think it's gonna go?
Pretty far.
To the moon, to the clouds, pretty far. What about you? Any guesses?
We have another rocket. 30 feet.
30 feet. What do you think, Nick?
You can't get a variety of different engines, so make sure that you buy the ones that are recommended for the rocket. Because if you get the wrong ones, it'll explode, or light your rocket on fire, or it'll go really, really, really high, and you'll never find it again. So this is one that is not super powerful, so it'll go up.
What size
quite a bit.
rocket? A83?
A8-3.
Okay. I'll have a list of what?
Okay, back up. No.
Wait, who's
With-
gonna push the button?
Me, I'm going to. I want to. Dad,
Can you guys back up a second?
Daddy, can I press the button?
Alright, this has a really long cord. One of the things you want to do is, before you attach anything, say it's not attached, make sure that your batteries work. Our batteries must be dead.
You want me to go get?
Hold up. Test it by completing your circuit. Okay. So you got to make sure to test it by attaching these two together. The light will come on, and then when you push this button, then the electricity will flow. So this is just the test right here. So don't stick it on your tongue. All right, everybody back up, please.
Please, can I do it, Dad? Please, can I please, Dad?
All right, so you see I have two little wires here. I'm gonna remove the firing key so it's safe. And then attach one here. You can attach them. Okay, and one on the other one.
Oh no.
This is why they launch rockets in Florida. It's warmer. All right. And then want to back up as far as you can.
And how the pole unloaded up.
Okay. And then, so now everything's all ready. So if you push the button, it's going to fly up. So make sure everybody stays back. And Virgil, can you come push the button? All right, we need to count down. Wait, don't push yet. All right.
One.
No. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yay!
So this shows us that probably the A8-3 is not powerful enough of an engine because it really didn't go that high.
How do we launch things into space? You've probably seen beautiful photos of Earth and other planets in our solar system. Those photos were often captured by spacecraft, robotic explorers doing their work far away from Earth. But how exactly do we send these spacecraft so far away? Well, it starts with a rocket. A really, really big one. Why rockets? A spacecraft and basically everything else on Earth is held down by Earth's gravity. However, a rocket burns fuel, called propellant, to push away from Earth and against gravity. This creates a force called thrust. A rocket needs enough fuel and thrust to speed up to at least 17,800 miles per hour. That's how fast you'll have to get going to fly above most of Earth's atmosphere and stay in orbit. Next, the rocket will release the spacecraft, but when that happens depends on where you're going. A spacecraft that orbits Earth is sometimes called a satellite. A satellite is released from a rocket at a specific distance from Earth. There, it keeps going around Earth in a circular path, an orbit. This happens because there is a balance between the energy the satellite picked up from the rocket, called momentum, and the pull of Earth's gravity. The balance of these two forces can keep a satellite in orbit for many years. But what happens if you want to go farther than Earth? If you're trying to get to another planet, you'll need a fast rocket to overcome Earth's gravity. And you still need to release the spacecraft from the rocket. But you'll also need to figure out the best time to leave Earth to get to that planet. Take Mars, for example. Every 2 years or so, Mars and Earth are closest together. This is the best time to go to Mars, since it will require the least amount of fuel and time to get there. And if you want to explore even farther planets like Saturn, plan carefully. For example, will your spacecraft want to encounter Mars or Jupiter on its way to Saturn? But don't worry, all the planning is worth it when you end up with a view like this one. Find out more about our solar system at NASA Space Place.
Wow, thank you, Nick. Thanks so much for tuning in. That was really exciting to see it shoot so high up in the air. Just remember, he used a smaller engine, so that's why the parachute did not deploy till it hit the ground. So make sure that you get a bigger engine, you set it up, and your launch pad, and you can reuse it over and over again. If you need any more information, let me know. It's really exciting to get to do this. This is the first time I've had the opportunity to build a rocket, so I was excited, and I can't wait to launch mine with my kids outside. So if you get your rocket done, send a picture or bring it into the library and just show us. And if you need help trying to find the engines and stuff, just let me know. Give me a call at the library. So we'll get you all set up, and I would love to see any launches that you do. You can go ahead and post it either on the Facebook page or just send it to me in the email, and I would love to see how you guys launch your stuff and what your rockets look like, and I hope you enjoy it. And next week we will we'll learn about the constellations. So anyway, until then, see you next week.